The lighting is perfect. So, I wanted to make a quick video on Venezuela. Clearly, there's a huge propaganda campaign against the country and the government of Venezuela. In fact, the New York Times had recently published um, an article about how Venezuelan opposition had been meeting in Washington. Um, and clearly, you know what that means. So, on top of that, today, the president of Venezuela, his name is Nicolas Maduro, of course, was talking about how the U.S. is using Colombia as a proxy to assassinate him. Now, if you're not hip to what had happened last month around like August 4th, there was an assassination attempt on Nicolas Maduro, and he survived it. It was a drone strike, like one of those flying drones that they use for cameras, not like a military drone strike. It was a drone, like one of those camera hover drones, filled with C4 and shrapnel and all kinds of stuff to maximize the impact of the explosion. So there was a total of two. They weren't able to penetrate the Venezuelan security because of something that I didn't even know existed, which is inhibitors. Now, inhibitors jam the radio frequencies that drones are operated by. So the opposition, which is Julio Borges, who is now being being given asylum essentially in Colombia by the right-wing president Ivan Duque. And this is just today. So I mean, there's so much going on. Um, about 2 weeks ago, the president went to China, and Maduro went ahead and signed like 27, 29 accords on stuff. On top of that, um, today, Tariq El-Assami uh, announced that they had broken a deal with some of the pharmaceuticals. Now, some of the pharmaceuticals have been in concert with some of the international pharmaceuticals to prevent Venezuela from getting the medicine the people of Venezuela need. In accord with also in concert with the sanctions that started under, I would say, Obama, laying out the groundwork, and I guess we can take it back to Bush in the coup against the Comandante Supremo, Hugo Chavez, rest in peace. But long story short, there's a lot of good stuff happening. Don't be dissuaded by all the propaganda saying there's nothing but bad stuff happening in Venezuela. It is a revolution, and they're up against literally the most powerful, hegemonic, financial, military, industrial complex that's ever existed in the history of man. So, with that said, hasta la victoria, and socialism forever.